Hey everyone, welcome to the live weekly webinar on money mindset and manifesting. My name is Vanessa Simpkins, and I'm super excited that you're here with us today because you are in for a treat, especially if you've ever wondered how to use video to generate leads. Today we're going to be joined by a good friend and colleague of mine, Erin Smilkstein, who is going to share with you all about how to drive massive amounts of traffic to your business, to your website using video. And I just want to make a check that everyone can hear us. I see a bunch of people here joining us in the webinar.
Hi, can everyone hear me too? Make sure mics are working.
Yep.
Great.
Let's just make a little chat. If you guys want to type in the chat box your name and where you're from, that'll let us know that you can actually hear us. That would be awesome. And before I introduce Erin, I'm going to have a little sip of water. I'm drinking water this morning and actually my Starbucks coffee.
I got mine too.
What are you drinking over there, Erin?
It's coffee. It's the Keurig coffee. I have a Keurig and an espresso maker. I get very spoiled. I have a little coffee bar in my house. I love it.
Yeah, the Keurig. I like those too. I love my cappuccino. So while we're waiting for everyone to log in, I want to share with us exactly what you're going to learn today. So Erin is a good friend and colleague of mine. She runs bizrankpro.com, and she helps business owners dominate their niche and rank on Google's #1 page for their search terms. So can you imagine waking up every day and seeing a couple thousand or even a couple hundred of people every single month watching your videos? Now, if you've just tuned into this webinar, this happens every single week. My name is Vanessa Simpkins from TakeYourPowerBackNow.com. I'm the author of these 2 books, From Bankrupt to $900 a Day and The Ultimate Confidence Guide for Women, Take Your Power Back Now. And I run a online, amazing Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow group for women entrepreneurs. And I teach them all about mindset and marketing and manifesting mastery. And it's a place for heart-centered women entrepreneurs to come together, build community, heal, grow, and really skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. So every week I run a live webinar to talk about different pieces of our business. And this week we're being joined here by Erin, who's gonna just deep dive into video. So if you have questions, I want you to type them into the chat box. Be here, close everything down, be present, and take the next hour to really ask us any questions that you have about video, about lead generation, about mindset. And specifically, Erin's going to show us how we can target our ideal clients that are already looking for you, how she actually sits back and let other people generate traffic for her instead, and how you can do the same with a few clicks of your mouse, and highly simple, effective tools that your competition doesn't even know about and isn't using to help your videos rank for top keywords. And of course, we'll deep dive into any questions you have. So let me just make sure everyone can hear us. Yay, Linda West is here. Colleen from North Vancouver, welcome, welcome. Ron, Renita, awesome, welcome. So nice to have you guys here. So without further ado, Erin, welcome to the call. Why don't you start out by telling us, I'll just actually hand the whole thing over to you.
Sure. Hi, I'm Erin with BizRank Pro. And I help entrepreneurs find their ideal clients online and get in front of them. That's really it. And this whole thing started because having an online business, and I had an offline business, which I managed to bring online over the last couple of years, which is really good. It was a math tutoring business. But then I realized that talking to people, one of the big problems wasn't necessarily that they didn't know what they were selling or what they wanted to sell. It's that they didn't know who to sell it to. And even worse than that, they didn't know where to find their people. And so I started thinking, the little light bulb went off. I'm like, that's the problem I want to solve. And so I started digging in and watching webinars, taking trainings, working with mentors and gurus, and like getting my hands on anybody I could find that was traffic, lead gen. And I ran into this thing called video ranking, speed ranking. And turns out, 1, it's super easy to do. And 2, oh my God, it works. And that's where my head exploded. And I went, yes. So I started doing online video ranking and helping people rank their videos. But then I said, that's not enough. Now that you get your videos ranked, how do you get the people to find you? That's part 2. So taking the videos, mashing it together with lead generation, and then actually putting that together with really strategic online social, I call them social magnets, because it's a way that you can use your online social media to actually draw people in. And like she said, I have tools that I use for my clients and people that work with me that literally are not even available anymore because they were only given to a certain amount of people and then shut down because they didn't want it to be saturated. And aha, we got them. So without further ado, I'm so glad to be here with Vanessa. I'm going to share my screen now, get on with the presentation, because we are on a time frame, people. We got things to talk about. We got things to do. So let's do it.
Awesome. I'm so happy because we're going to have a lot of fun too. Take it away.
All right. So let's make sure you can see this. It says Prospect to Profits Video Lead Generation Strategy Revealed. Excellent. So what I want to cover today, as much as we can, is why using video is not just a good idea, because we've all heard that using video is a good idea, but I really want to ingrain it in you, like get those yeah buts out of your head and make sure you understand, like, holy cow, if I'm not using this, I am missing out on such a huge part of my market. It's not even funny. And then second, how to quickly create videos that convert, which is super easy to do. Grabbing your real estate on YouTube and Google in less than a day. What I call the 4x Pro video intro. So it's a way that you can take, essentially, I'm going to give this to you. This is something you get today, but taking your message that you can say in 5 to 8 seconds, because that's about all you have to grab somebody's attention in the beginning. People are not good at watching videos. There's way too much competition out there. So if you don't get them in those first couple seconds, they go, nah, next. So I want to show you how to do that so that they sit up right away, lean forward and go, okay, I'm listening. I'm going to do this. And then finding leads the easy way and creating those streams that don't run out. So typically when people start marketing online, this is basically how they feel. They sit there, they look at their inbox every day, wondering where the clients are, wondering who's going to call them. And that phone and your inbox become kind of, they're points of anxiety, but they're also like now your nemesis, and you start begging them rather than rejoicing in them. So I want you to know, using video can do quite a few things for you. One, it takes your self-marketing. So you can pay someone to do this. And I know people who charge up to $2,000 a month to do video online marketing for you. But I know how to teach this to you. You know, being my math background, I'm actually a pretty good teacher, but I can break things down. So, you know, I call it the genius method, where genius is taking something complex and breaking it down into the super simple. And I have a math program called Smart Apply, which is the genius times table technique. So keep that in mind. Anything I show you today, you can do really easily once you know how. So getting more inquiries. This is a client I worked with, and in the box you'll notice she had 10,000 visitors to her website when we were working together. Before that, she was like, oh, I get like 60 or so. So we were able to drive a lot of people to her. Second, I want you to find more business. And more importantly, I want people to find you. So this is second case study. Another person I work with, PK Odell, she's a feng shui consultant. We ranked her videos, and she now has what she calls her honey hole of new clients. Somebody found her video, shared it with their boss at a college in San Diego, and she is getting nonstop calls for people booking consultations with her. The three tiny screenshots you see are where her videos show up. She doesn't just show up once. She shows up for multiple keywords in multiple ways. You'll notice it's the same thumbnail, because the same video, once I teach you how to use keywords, you will be able to do this, take the same video and rank it for many, many different ways. So obviously that leads to more visibility, which means your name will pop up for multiple searches. One of my favorite ones that I ever did was a long time ago. I decided, well, I want to be the #1 video on YouTube. So I actually made a video and ranked it for the #1 video on YouTube. And this screenshot is brand new, but my video is the only video on the first page of Google for the keywords #1 video on YouTube, which I still think is hysterical. And it's got about 2,000 views on it. And I do nothing with that. That was my joke to see if I could do it. So sometimes it's just kind of fun, see what you can rank for. And lastly, you gain authority. This is another client. And again, I know it's hard to see, but we did a press release and she put a video in her press release where it says Beverly Hills Skincare Studio. That's her. You're going to notice that she shows up all over and for multiple keywords. That's huge. On the page that says Beverly Hills Skincare Studio, she's on there, but she's on there multiple times. So she actually shows up as the authority, the person that you want to go to if you are in Beverly Hills and you do skincare. And she started offering this thing, and I showed her how to use keywords in her press releases so that now she got picked up by 1,280 different media places. I don't know if you know about press releases, but a good one usually gets like 200 to 500. So getting 1,200 is huge. And she fought me on this one. She actually wanted to change the title to something else. And I was like, don't do it. Luckily, she listened to me. So also, let's go back. Increasing your credibility factor. That's your wow factor. You're going to show up in so many different places that people are going to say, this is the person I need to work with. You are going to be the go-to person because people can't stop finding you. That's basically it. They won't stop finding you. So while this is this is leads driven, it converts to sales in the sense that the people who you are getting in front of are your ideal clients. They are already searching for what you are offering, which makes it much easier for you to close the sales. I have a cold call and a cold email and a cold outreach technique, which I do teach, which actually is really effective too for different niches. But you do want to get in front of your ideal clients because it makes your job much easier. The honeypot method is really cool. And that's where you send them a little teaser of what you can do for them and have them get back to you. Just a few more screenshots over. Can you see my mouse? I think you can.
Yep.
Okay, good. Over here is a video I did for my multiplication program. You're going to notice I did a paid reach of 18,000 and it got an organic reach of another 11,000. That was people sharing it. So I paid for 18,000 people. I paid 3 cents a click. So this campaign cost me almost nothing. I was making sales every day on this, and 11,000 organic shares. That is huge. That's huge. Back here, this little guy, he does reverse mortgages. Okay, so a little bit boring subject, super highly targeted, right? And he only does it in his local area. We pushed his video for less than $5, and he got 157 views on this one. And I just had another campaign. I didn't have a time to put the other stats up, but for $5, his video got 300 views. And it was only people within a 50-mile radius of him of a certain age who owned homes of a certain income. Do you see how important that is? So that's part of what we teach too, is not only being able to use the videos, but use them. I told you, social magnets. And lastly, this is a client who does photography. Now she is on page 2. So you're like, okay, that's not impressive. But before I did this for her, I don't know if you can see that, she ranked on page 2 in 42 minutes. Before this, she had 0 results for family photographer in Los Angeles out of the first 100. She was not listed anywhere, and she does a ton of work on her website. 0 listings anywhere. I ranked her videos for her keywords. Page 2, 2 listings. And if you're looking for a photographer, you might go to page 2. You might. And you're going to see these 2 beautiful photos. They're the only photos on the photo pages of photographers. Hello. It looks really good. So sales conversions trained. Lastly, I would just want to share, I'm so excited for her. Okay, funny screenshot, but this is a little technique. We take a screenshot and we put some high color on it. So this was one that she had me use, but I put a little star on it. Yeah, it's a little bit goofy sometimes, but this becomes her thumbnail when her video shows up. She filled her first class using these videos and doing some speaking, $14,000 on her first class. I talked to her yesterday. She cleared $10,000 last week. She is over the moon. We checked her website and she had 653 people go to her sign up page since I set it up 1 month ago. And she does energy healing. So her audience is super targeted too, and she is doing amazing. These are the kind of things that I want to work for people. This can work for any business or anybody that's looking to increase their clients, and especially looking to increase their clients online. So if you are looking to drive traffic, there's no way that you should not be using video. You need to get noticed. That's the, hey, look at me. Driving the clients to find you. That's what we do. Drive them to find you. These are ones that I did again, but you might be thinking, okay, well, you know, maybe they're super niche. I always say that word wrong. Niche. Well, this is my why you need video for your business. If you see this number, that's over 1 billion search results. I'm above Forbes, okay? I'm above Forbes magazine on the first page and the only video. It stands out. This one over here is it's 95, so almost 100 million results, and there I am, only video on the page. So I think that's pretty funny, like why you need video for your business and I'm the only video on the page. Speaks volumes, right?
Absolutely. I'm so excited for you to yes, how we can do this, because I mean, in the program, I always talk about visibility. Visibility is key for your business. And there's nothing better outside of speaking, than doing video, because people get to know, like, and trust you. I have constantly people calling me up saying, it's like I've been following you for years. So video is hands down one of my favorite methods for attracting clients. How do you go about getting, or what are some of the tips or the tools that we can start implementing to get our videos ranking like this?
The first thing you need to do is know your keywords and know your audience. And keywords are super important, and I'm going to show you that. You'll notice my video, between the millions of views, 141, it now has 1,400 views, and it's still on page 1. So when you don't use keywords, this is my social proof. I did 2 videos for area of a trapezoid. One of them I optimized. Optimized means that I looked for the keywords that I wanted. I used a really good thumbnail. Typically you really want to use a thumbnail that you actually custom make, which means you need to be able to link your website to your YouTube page so that you can do custom thumbnails. It's called verifying your website, or verify your YouTube channel. Once that's verified, you can upload any image you want. And then you need to make sure that you are using descriptions that use your keywords 1 to 3 times per 100 words. And also your tags. You don't have to use the tags that they suggest. You can use some of them, but people, I think, tend to over tag things, which actually dilutes the importance of their video, because you want to have authority. If you tag your video for 100 different things, you are not an authority in 100 different things. If you tag your video for 8 to 10 different things, and I always do my custom tags too. So I always do my name, and I always do the keywords that I want to rank for. In this one, it was how to find the area of a trapezoid. It was also the area of a trapezoid song, which... Okay,
hold on a second. I'm just going to recap what you said, because there's some pretty juicy pieces right here. So you want to put your thumbnail, put a custom thumbnail on each video, and you do that by making sure that you verify your YouTube channel. I am able to do this on my YouTube channel. And I see you have some text, and in some of the previous example, you showed putting a star or some bright, energy, bright color on there to gather attention, right?
Yeah.
And then you said in your description, you want to put your keywords 1 to 3 times for every 100 words. And when you're tagging yourself, don't over tag yourself, but always put your name in there.
Yeah, put your name. Another little thing you can do is called basically hijacking, tag hijacking, which doesn't sound pretty, but it is a video marketing technique where you can actually use tags or go and take videos that you already see are high relevance to your niche, that are doing really well, ones with a lot of views, and actually use their video in your tags.
So wait a minute. How would you find a video that's of high relevance, and you go and then what do? You put their video in your tag?
You can actually take their URL and put it in your tag. Or I'm sorry, you can either take their video URL and link it inside your video. There's something called a link loop where you take URLs from one video A, and you put that URL in video B, and then you take video B's URL and put it in video C. So you make this link circle where each video links to another video in the description. And that tells YouTube that, wow, this video is really relevant and it should be looked at. So these are a little bit high-end techniques. So does that make sense?
Kind of. One of my, it kind of makes sense. It's a little bit confusing, but talk to us a little bit more about keywords. You know, I'll just ask you my questions, and I've got some questions coming in. Layla's got a question too, but I've got a specific question about keywords. How do you go and find the keywords that people are actually searching for?
The easiest way to do that is to start typing into the Google search box. Once you start typing, do you notice how it does the list of, it auto suggests different keywords?
Yep.
If you type in success coach and you put a space and then you put an A, it will give you success coach and money making, whatever. It will start suggesting keywords that people actually are searching for. The easiest way to do that is just to type your keyword and type in A, see what comes up, hit a space.
Yeah.
You can then do it, erase the A, put a B, and you're going to find all the keywords that people use. There's a bunch of free tools online too. My favorite is called Keyword Dominator, and I can send a link. Anybody who wants to get these tools, I have a list of them, but there's ones that will give you relevant keywords that are easier to rank for.
So Keyword Dominator, if you want to just pop it into the chat here, that would be great. That'll give everyone a chance to take a look at that. So what I understand you do is, an easy way to find keywords is just to start typing them into Google and then use the keywords. Like I typed in success coach, and then I'm on B and it says success biz coach. And it says there's about 944,000 results.
Yep.
So how do I know if that's going to be a good keyword? I mean, how do you tell if there's too much competition for it or which ones to go for?
You can then take these and look in AdWords, and that will typically tell you. However, AdWords can be a little bit deceiving because anything under 1,000 searches per month, and then I just put it in the chat box, anything under 1,000 searches per month can be misleading because they don't have accurate data on those. So it could say 0, but it might mean that there's actually 500. Well, no, if it's 0, it's 0. But if it says 10, it could be 500. It could be anywhere above, it could be from 1 to 1,000. So you're not sure. But as long as your keywords have searches between 10, as long as the number's not 0 in AdWords, then those are pretty good to go for. You'll notice that there's too much competition when you see a bunch of ads down the side too. You'll know it's competition because if there's a bunch of ads down the side of your searches, it means that people are paying a lot of money to.
So you don't want to you don't want to go to start ranking for keywords that have a whole bunch of ads on the side in Google, right?
Not right away, not until you get pretty good at what you're doing, and then it's not a big deal. But before that, you want to find things that are easier for you to rank, because what happens is that's how you start building your authority. Now you start ranking. Now your website, your videos, your YouTube channel is becoming more relevant. So then you can start going for bigger words.
Again, we're joined here today. My name is Vanessa Simpkins from TakeYourPowerBackNow.com. We're here with Erin Smilkstein from BizRankPro.com. And she's sharing us how to get unlimited leads using video, and how to rank video with keywords, and how to find keywords that are relevant, and how to get your videos in the top pages of Google. And if you have any questions for us, please type it here in the chat box. We want to hear from you. And I'm loving today's webinar. I'm taking notes, so please continue, Erin.
Yeah, so this is a little more why you need it, but ranking on page 1 takes up all but 4%. Basically, anybody who is clicking on something is typically clicking on the first page. That's what this graph is showing you. People in the number 1 spot get about almost half of the clicks, and then the rest of the pie is all the 1 through 10.
So basically, if your videos aren't ranking on the first page, it's a waste of time. 45%
usually
of clicks are going to the first page. Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, there's billions and billions of clicks, so that's still a large number. But the reason that if you have a video and it's not found anywhere, you want to do something. So if you can't rank something on the first page, then you want to try something else. You want to try a different keyword. But I would not recommend like wasting or spending all of your resources and energy going for one particular keyword if you can't do it. And especially with the techniques that I use and teach, if you can't do it within about a day to a week, then we just let it go. But I get really, I'm pretty spoiled right now with how I rank, because if I don't see it within an hour, then I feel really disappointed. But
so
I mean,
what are some of those techniques? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, well, let me show you. You need to make sure that you are sharing. That's the first thing. But Facebook does not have any relevance on search ranking. But it is how you are going to find people. So not only are you going to share on Facebook, and Vanessa has a great thing that she uses where you post a video, a quick video, and then you share it in groups. So that's getting your video shared around on Facebook. However, that is not going to be enough to spread it out so that you are actually getting in front of all the people doing the searches. So to make your video more relevant, you do something called video comments. Now, video comments are where you take your video URL, like when you click underneath your YouTube video and it says share, and there's that URL, you go and you find other people who have posted videos either about what you do or people who would be good clients for you, and you post a comment. And I call it the flattery. That one works really well. In the comments, you say something like, hey, I know an awesome person like you. I think I know an awesome person like you would really respond to my video. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Well, now they're like, wait, I'm an awesome person. I want to know what awesome people respond to, and they click on your video to go watch it.
So you're posting a share link to your video in their comments on one of their videos?
Yep.
And so how do you know which is a good video or a good person to do that on? You're looking for clients, or you're looking for people that have a lot of videos, a lot of high-ranking videos?
Well, if they have a lot of high-ranking videos and they're relevant to your niche, chances are that people watching those videos are your clients, and they will see your link in that section as well. And they will want to know what awesome people respond to. So you are getting in front of more eyes. The caveat on this is you don't want to do this more than about 10 times a day. So it's a slow burn strategy, but what it does is give you what's called relevant backlinks to your video. And then on your video and underneath your video, you have your call to action, which is go to my website, sign up, watch more videos, call me, whatever it is. So as you build this, if you do 8 to 10 of these a day, by the end of the month, you have 300 links, high relevant links back to your video, which is going to say, aha, this video is really important. This is one that gets shared. Now, I know these things because I have gone like to the extreme on basically everything and figured out what makes YouTube really mad, and figured out how to like get myself banned from stuff, which, you know, at first I was like, wow, I think I'm a real video marketer. I got kicked off of LinkedIn for a little bit, but now I know what is too much, and I can share that with people so they don't do too much as well. And I know 8 to 10 is good. If you try to do 15 or 20, you get flagged as spam. There is another thing. I don't know if people knew this. Did you know you can have more than one channel under your account? Did you know you can have up to 50 sub-channels on your...
Why would you want to have 50 sub-channels?
If you have different videos and they're targeting different things, you may want to have a sub-channel per topic, because then that gives your channel authority. However, you don't want to post the same video to all your channels because that will be a big no-no.
I've got a question for you regarding channels.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to ask you a question here from Layla. My question is, do you put like keywords in your description for your channel? Is there a way to generate more traffic to your channel?
Yep. You do your description. You actually optimize your channel. And you can do that. There is a description. Another thing that works really well is to make sure that every time you put a video up with your keywords in it, that you put it into a playlist. Playlists give videos authority as well. So if
I never knew about that. So you create a playlist. So let's say if I have like mindset videos, or if I have like marketing videos, or if I have confidence videos, those would be into, or a 30-day video challenge. This is something, one of the things that I teach women how to do, really simple videos on your iPhone, share them on Facebook. So you put all of those into a playlist?
Yeah, and you can actually put them in multiple playlists. A lot of times what I notice is that my playlists show up in the search results, especially on YouTube. My whole playlist will show up as relevant. So you wouldn't call your list. Now, this is something people get a little stuck on when they are thinking about their keywords, is they're not asking themselves from the question standpoint of the person on the outside. We tend to think of these keywords like it's about me and what I do, but you got to switch it around. So do a 180, look at yourself and say, what question do I answer? What is the question being asked that I answer? And that's where you're going to find your keywords. Rather than like 30-day video challenge, what question does that answer? How to get more clients from Facebook, or easy ways to get more likes. There's things like that. So you would actually make a playlist called Easy Ways to Get More Likes. And then your 30-day video challenge was in there. You could also make a separate playlist called 30-day video challenge, but people aren't typically searching for that.
So if I understand you correctly, you name your playlist. You even name your playlist under a keyword. Is that right?
Yep. There's even a place to do. There's a place
how do you make a
playlist description too, which I don't think people know about. You can give your playlist a description and also put your relevant keywords in there.
Awesome. Cynthia's asking, how do you make a playlist? And Lynn is saying, my playlist that is optimized on YouTube for wish manifestation gets more views than my Facebook challenge.
Right? Cool. So you're there is, thank you. So it works. It really works. So it's not a surprise. It's not magic that it does. Your playlist has authority. People are finding it. People are watching it because it's being ranked. It's also showing up in the suggested videos on YouTube. And there is a strategy for that. I'm not going to get into it today, but there's a strategy for how to help yourself get onto those suggested playlists for high ranking videos, videos with 1 million views, so that you can be one of those suggested videos on the site. And that's actually pretty great. So the other place to share your video is on blogs. Go and comment. So this is doing more social outreach with your video. You go, hey, you read somebody's blog, and if it's relevant, you go, wow, I love that so much. I made this video about da-da-da. I would love your feedback. So you're building a conversation with the blogger. You are sharing your link on there. And this one you can kind of do a lot because you're going to do it on more than one blog. The other one that I do with people is press releases, and I'm actually credentialed to do press releases. So that's something I offer and help people build those press releases, but we can put the video links in there. That helps. You also want to make sure that each video you make, if you can, unless you're making like millions and you're just doing them all on YouTube, but if you are using videos to gain visibility off of YouTube, make sure to put your video on your website. You can just make it a post. Doesn't even have to be a page. You can make it a post, put your video, title it with your keywords, and that will, believe it or not, actually help your actual website rank higher. I had an SEO person tell me, no, that doesn't work, but I've done it over and over and over, and I know it works. And even posting things on Tumblr, like my Tumblr posts will show up for those keywords because the video's in it. Videos just do something really magical, and they're still working so well that there's no reason that you would stop. So part of what you can do is look all around. Now, we usually focus on Facebook, but there are so many places to share. It's ridiculous.
I've got one quick question before you get into sharing, and this is a really relevant question, but there's another question that Layla's asking. She says, experts say that you need to give lots of value without asking for anything more than your pitch. In your opinion, when should we make videos of pure value, and when do we make videos with value plus a pitch at the end?
I would never make a video without a call to action. I would never. Part of your value is that you're giving people an opportunity to do more. If you just say, okay, you stop, that tends to lead them away from you. You'll notice there isn't like all the big ones, all those ones that do like the top 10 lists, or, you know, those goofy ones, 10 worst places to vacation, and then the ones that make fun of celebrities. Every single one of them at the end says, subscribe if you like this and watch more. They always have a call to action. And you might think those are just pure content videos, but they never leave the call to action out, ever. So I would always recommend putting it in. You can put it in with a annotation or a card. And a card is the new thing that they put on that shows up on cell phones. And I have this super cool code that I give to people who work with me, even though we sell it for about $100 a month, that makes your code, your card, a image or cool text that says click here to call, and it's a click to call. It makes your cell phone into, it makes your video into a call to action button. So if people click that, they will still be watching your video, and on their cell phone underneath it, it'll say click here to call, click here for directions, click here to visit website. It's amazing. So
what I'm just going to repeat here is that you should always have, I'm totally agreeing. You should always have a call to action on a video, even if it's to sign up to get more free something. Come and check me out. Come to my website. Come and find me on Facebook. I agree. You know, if you're not getting people on your list of marketing again and again, it's kind of a waste. And you're talking about using a card on YouTube, which allows you to embed at the end of your video a call to action that people can actually click on.
Comes up, it doesn't even come up at the end. It comes up throughout, and it looks like a little, is it a question mark or exclamation point in the corner? But with Neato Burrito technology, we can make that look even cooler than just a question mark. But you use those cards to say, like, get in touch with me. So I think it's a good question, because I think a lot of times people think call to action or offer means, okay, so go buy my stuff, pay $97 right now, or give me money. It doesn't have to be. It can just be, let me know if you want more, or get in touch with me. Do you have a question? But invite them to do something more with you. Always invite them to do something more with you. So I'm looking at our time. We're doing good. I want to go over a couple big mistakes. Would this be a good time to do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Avoid them. The first one is the Field of Dreams syndrome. And we all know that if you build it, they will come. That's not true. Just because you make a video and you push publish, just because you spend $1,000 or $5,000 making a video and you push publish, doesn't mean anyone's going to get there. One technique that we as video marketers in that realm use to go find new clients is actually to go to the Yellow Pages YouTube channel. And most of the videos on the Yellow Pages YouTube channel have like no views, because they don't do anything with it. They don't optimize it. They don't sell it. But people pay Yellow Pages a lot of money to be on their channel. They go, okay, yeah, this is Yellow Pages. Great. It does nothing. And so we go and we say, you know what? You're not getting any views. This isn't working. Why don't I do this for you? And boom, they get a lot of stuff. The second one, so anyway, let me go back to that. But the Field of Dreams. So if you hit publish, nothing happens. That's chances are that's probably how it's going to go. That's why you need to know how to do the things about sharing your video, about being public with it, being social with it. There's more to do with it. There's a really cool way to use video, like I showed you, with Facebook paid advertising or boosted posts, which do crazy things for engagement. It's amazing. Like, people love seeing those videos come onto their screen. But
so I've done a few of these myself, and video, actually Facebook ranks. Facebook gives you very cheap and expensive clicks for videos. So you're talking about posting one of these videos on your fan page, and then at the bottom of the fan page hitting boost post.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, we can boost it. There's different ways to do it. A great way to do it is actually do it as a video views, as your objective is video views. And they'll show it to as many people as they think will watch it, and then actually watch at least 10 seconds. And then you only pay per person that watches it for 10 seconds. It's cool because you're paying like 1 or 2 cents per view. And that's getting out to an audience on Facebook that isn't directly related to you by your groups or your friends.
And this is, you're creating this video views ad in your ads manager, or in the not the power play, the
Power Editor?
Power Editor.
No, I kind of find they work really well if you just put your video up and you make it a video views objective. But you actually can't do that from going to boosted post. What you have to do is go to create ad, pick your objective as video views, and then pick that video to be the one that you're boosting. And I think it can even be a YouTube link, but you'll want to do it for video views. That's the objective. And so Facebook has this thing now that, Facebook has a pretty big ego. They want to be the place where people are watching videos. They're second to YouTube of video views. Even, Vimeo and any of the other channels out there or places to host videos, they're not getting the views. But Facebook fancies itself as like the one-stop place for all your needs. So they are really trying to figure out how they can get more people to do more video views. So they love it.
Very cool.
So keywords we were talking about. The second big is the misuse of keywords, or the lack of knowledge of keywords, like we talked about, or not understanding your audience and what they're actually looking for. So remember, you want to find your keywords are what people are going to type into the search box. I had a client and she said, well, how do I want to market to African-American women who are overeducated and families don't understand them and they want to make money in the creative business. I said, really? So you think people are typing in, dear Google, I'm an overeducated Black woman who went to college, has too many degrees, and my family doesn't understand my creative side. And she kind of laughed. She's like, well, no. I'm like, right. So you're talking about your audience. That's different than what your audience is asking. You need to understand what your audience is asking. And those people, the people that you're looking for are asking certain questions. So you got to get into that side of it. What is it that they want solved? What's their pain? Or not even their pain, like what's their question? What is it that when they find you, they go, yes, that's the answer. But you have to ask the question first.
So you're talking about finding keywords and creating relevant keywords and coming from the question points. It's a good point. The point is, when you're creating keywords, you have to think of yourself as the client. And what would you be searching for? What kind of solution? If you had a problem, how would you search for that solution? And that's how you actually want to look for your keywords.
Mm-hmm. And people are doing what's called semantic searches now, rather than topical searches. They're doing semantic searches, which means they're actually typing into search bars the exact question that they would say. They're typing it in very natural language. Why do I need video online? Rather than just online video. So, and we all do it. Like, where's the best place to da 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 da? You could actually rank for where's the best place to da 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 da, or where can I get whatever for.
And you suggest to use this website called keywordtooldominator.com, which is a free service.
Yep, I really like the autocomplete keyword tool. It actually does what I said you could do up in the search box, but it does it for you automatically. And then you can download. You can do 5 searches a day. But most of us don't need to do more than 5 searches a day. And I just really like how it works. It gives you the long tail. So we didn't even get into all those, the long tail, short tail. But I like this tool. It's super easy, simple, nice looking, and yeah, it's free. And that's pretty great to have a free tool. So yeah, using your targeted keywords, using 5 to 10 of those, and using variations of them. Best photographer in Los Angeles, so Los Angeles best photographer. Los Angeles family portraits, Los Angeles. Those are different. Those would be variations. And then like we talked about, using the keywords every 1 or 200 words. So the big uh-ohs are doing nothing, of course. So you need to be social, share, link to your video, bring your video to people, and really make them know who you are. I talked a bit about keywords. So this is kind of diving in. There's something I have called the Keyword Masterclass, but really understanding what keywords are. So real quickly, what this graph is explaining is that most keywords that people search for are long tail, which means they have more than 4 words in them. The top 100 keywords are a very, very small percentage. So let's see. Yeah, so phrases that have 4, 5, and 6 words tend to be things that people are looking for more than others. Now, that doesn't mean like you have to exactly count your words. What this is saying is people aren't typing in shoes when they're looking for shoes, for example. They might type in men's shoes, but more likely they're going to type in red Nike men's running shoes. You see how more specific that is? Yeah. And that is the higher probability of somebody wanting what you have. If you type in shoes and what you really want are men's shoes, and then, stilettos come up, that's not relevant to them. So people are more likely to type in things that are more relevant to them, and that's what you want to rank for. If you think, oh, goody, I'm going to rank for shoes, if you actually did that and you wanted to pay AdWords a lot of money to rank for shoes, you're going to get a lot of views on that because it's up there for shoes, but it's going to be so irrelevant to 95, 99% of the people doing searches that you're going to waste a ton of money. It's not smart. You want to do what's called long tail and rank for those. So a few more results, but one thing I wanted to show you is something we can do together actually, and that was the messaging. Remember that 3 to 6 second messaging? Mm-hmm. And this is my pro technique because, we all like alliterations. I love words that start with pro, even problem, but progress, program, prospect. So anyway, I came up with this way, and it's the 4 pro messaging system. And if you want these slides, you can just get in touch with me and I can give you the slides, but there they are. You call out your prospect, their problem, you proclaim your program or process, and the promise. Do you see the 4 pros? So that might look, pardon?
Okay. I was just going to ask you, give us an example of that.
Oh, yeah, it's on there. So this is my prospect, business owners in Los Angeles. Their problem is they can't get enough customers through the door. My process is stop wasting time on expensive ads and invest wisely in a system that takes you through the entire process. That's what I want them to do. My promise is that they will create a funnel of new excited customers that they can implement with ease. So my grammar's a little funny on this, but there it is. So, what do you do? Oh, I help business owners in Los Angeles who can't get enough customers through the door stop wasting time on expensive ads and invest in a system that takes them through the entire process so that they have a funnel of excited new customers they can implement with ease. Wow.
So is that something that they would say on their video, right?
Yeah, and I have, this one is a little bit messy, but I have them like, hey, business owners, are you wasting too much time on expensive ads? Well, stop doing that and invest wisely in a system that I know will take you through the entire process of building a funnel and bringing in new excited customers. this is the exercise you can do. If you're still kind of looking at who you want to target, and believe it or not, with this, you can actually make more than one elevator pitch. I've heard them called ankle shows, you know, just the real quick, what do you do? The question to what do you do? But these also work really well in the beginning of your video. They also work really well at the top of a sales page. So a little brainstorm. I work with business owners in LA. I work with small business owners. I want to work with coaches. I want to work with entrepreneurs with small children. So what's the problem? They don't have enough clients. They're struggling with sales. There's too many calls. It takes too much time to market on social media. Well, what's my claim? That you get targeted searches online. There's a 4-step process to closing sales. See, that's actually my process. So proclamation process. Learn 5 ways to talk to clients, create automatic posts. Wow, okay. If I didn't have enough time, I would want to learn how to create automatic posts. And then the promise. And it was funny because someone said, well, wouldn't they just have to go straight across? Not at all. Now I actually have like 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, that many different messages. I can say, hey, small business owners, are you making too many phone calls and not getting enough sales? Then I have a targeted way to search clients online so that you can free up time while creating more engagement.
So this whole grid helps you create, let's say, you know, a plethora of different videos just by changing, you know, your intro text and your intro pitch. Is that right?
Yep. And these are very specific videos. There's ones that are like your brand story, so it's more about you. There's the ones you talk about, like the ranting ones where you get on and you're really raw. These would be ones that are more like specifically, I need to talk to you. And these ones we could even use on your sales page. So you're doing a sales page, you want to sell something, you want a video on there. This would be that you use right in the beginning of your video so that people stop and go, oh yeah, okay, I need to know more. This is for me. But it also allows people who aren't these people to keep moving. So you're just attracting the ones you want. But I just love it because it simplifies it. I mean, I know people that have spent like, I don't know, months and months trying to come up with their elevator pitch or their target or my 30-second, I don't know, I can't do it. I don't know my audience.
It becomes really hard for people. Yes, absolutely.
Break it down. Just pick your prospect, pick suit problems, proclamation promise, fiddle with it, see which row you like the best. Maybe straight across, maybe, you can do 10 of these, you could do 100, whatever you want. But if you kind of get good at this 4-step, and of course you can mix it, you can say prospect, proclamation, business owners in LA. I can get you targeted searches online when you're not finding enough clients so that you're paying customers, you're getting more paying customers in half the time, whatever it is. But it eases your mind and gives you a simple way to look at how to make that marketing message really quickly. And you can change it depending on your audience. So you might want to say one thing at one networking group, but you might want to say something else in a Facebook group of different people. So I think we want to wrap up with questions, but guess what? Yep. I talked to Vanessa and I'm really excited that I get to offer you a bonus and a gift. I would love for anybody to get on and ask all your questions, just you, about how to make your video blueprint. This is totally free. This is just for anybody who wants to get on free strategy session. Maybe we work together, maybe we don't, but we can decide if that's a good match. At least you get to come into this and get out of it, like really getting your questions answered about what you can do with your videos. So you might be at the point where you don't even have videos. You might have a lot of videos. Someone mentioned they have a great, really, their playlist is working really well for them. But if you want to talk to me and just get some more information and really ask some of these more technical questions or dig in more, let's do it. I would love to. So is that interesting to anybody? You want to see the link?
Yes. Where's that link?
Okay. The link is there. bizrankpro.com/videopro. And
so Erin's offering a free strategy session to answer your questions and to get some of her advice on how to make your videos rank on the #1 page of Google, which is very generous. Thank you. And you can go ahead and book that time with her. Lynn's like, yes, please.
Oh my gosh, we can go over keywords. I mean, you can use it for whatever you want. There's something on this page that says, what do you want to do? Like, I can help you do a targeted keyword search. I can tell you how to find leads. I am really good. It's funny. I'm like this creative math brain, which people don't understand. Math is one of the most creative things I do. So finding this lead gen thing was like perfect for me, because I have this really weird way of making connections between things that people go, what? Like, yeah, it's so much fun. And people, I never even thought I would look for people. And that's where I found targeted. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm explaining this right. Anyway, I get really excited when you tell me what you do and you're looking for people and I can match their interests with what you do. Like I talked to a guy and he kind of folded his arms. He runs Star Trek tours. And he kind of folds his arm because he thinks he can stump me. And he goes, okay, then where would you find people with high income who are really into Star Trek? And I said, eBay. And he's like, what? I go, we'll go to eBay. We'll look up the products that are Star Trek related that are selling for high amounts. And I'll get you a list of people who are looking at those products. And he was blown away. Like, eBay, what? How would you even connect eBay to Star Trek?
So I guess if you're somebody, watching this webinar who's interested in really getting video to deliver you more leads and traffic, and you can go to bizrankpro.com/video pro and sign up with Erin. And I think that you're going to offer 10 of these? So the first 10 people who sign up?
Yep. Yeah, I had these last week and I had somebody call me Monday and it was booked. There might be a couple open up now, but it was booked when she tried. I was like, sorry, there's nothing else. We got to do it next week. So,
well, thank you. I'm so happy that, you came to share all of the tips. I mean, I took some great notes and I still have more questions. And it's obvious that, this is something that you're really passionate about and that you're very good at. And I want to thank you again, Erin, for taking the time to be with us here on the webinar. And again, Erin's sharing with us how you can generate unlimited leads using video, how to rank your video onto the first page of Google, some tips and tricks. I mean, I took just a ton of notes here. This really cool tool about the keyword dominator, looking for keywords, how to, put keywords into your video. So I'm definitely going to be checking all of that out. And we've got a bunch of people here thanking you, Cynthia, Colleen, Lynn, everyone's saying thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I appreciate you guys so much. These questions were wonderful. I love it when people really dig in with the questions, because it means your brain is starting to go boop, 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 boop. You're thinking about it.
And I also want to invite people, to tune in. If you guys have found this webinar useful, I'm going to put the link here on the event page of my Facebook event. I do these webinars every single week where I share with, entrepreneurs different strategies, tools, and tips. So if you guys found this webinar valuable today, please go over to the event page in Facebook and just make a little comment or even share that. Of course, only if you found this webinar valuable. I just put the link here in the chat box. Every single week on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific, I will be hosting a webinar just like this to share different techniques, strategies, mindset shifts. So if you enjoyed today, be sure to go ahead and make a little comment on that. That would help me out, and it would help me just get the message out to more entrepreneurs. And of course, stay tuned for next week's webinar. Erin, I want to give you another big, huge shout out. Thank you so much for sharing everything you did today. And again, that website for people, if you want to go ahead and book a strategy call with Erin, is bizrankpro.com/video pro. The link's there in the chat as well.
Yeah, this is my startup session. So I'm offering my startup session that I usually offer to clients once they already are enrolled. So this is good. You're going to get what I give my clients when we first start. So
awesome.
I would love to help you out and get you going on this.
Awesome. It's great to hear. It's great to have you here, and your enthusiasm and passion really comes through brilliantly, Erin.
I know I kind of nerd out on it, but
no, it's good. I love nerds. I love people who are passionate about what they do. Absolutely. So thank you again for being here today. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next week on. Bye everyone.